Yes guys, welcome back to another video with On the Ball, and today I'll be giving you my PFA Team of the Year. I'm going to be predicting it. It's going to be a tough video, but let's get straight to it. Right, starting with the goalkeeper, and early on this is going to be a controversial one. I'm going to go with the Sheffield United new signing, Aaron Ramsdale. Last season with Bournemouth, he was spectacular for me, making brilliant saves. And you may ask, but, you know, he wasn't amazing. He had a bad defence. Thinking about him this year, with one of the best defences in the league, Sheffield United. And I think he'll have an amazing season, surprise us all. Like Nick Pope surprised us all and got the PFA Team of the Year this season. I think the 2021 season, the goalkeeping spot will go to Aaron Ramsdale. But let's go on to our right back now. Right, my right back, I've gone with Cesar Azpilicueta. The Spaniard has been at our club for so many years, and that's why he's our captain. I think Chelsea will deliver a good season, and the captain of the team usually delivers a good season, is usually put in the lineup. So that's why I put Cesar Azpilicueta. Even if we don't put on a good season, he's still an amazing player, and I think he'll do really well this season. But moving on to our first centre-back. Two pair of centre-backs now, and the first one, let's just get it over and done with, Virgil van Dijk. You can't not put him in his team. Ever since like 3 years back, he's been performing every season. He's been absolutely amazing for Liverpool, their most valuable player, and he's up there with one of the best centre-backs in the world and potentially all time. And the second centre-back will be a bit of a surprise, because if you look at last season's stats, second in keeping clean sheet is Burnley's defence. They're a very defensive team, so I'm going to put a Burnley centre-back in there, and I'm going to put a defender that was like absolutely amazing a few seasons back. He was even named in the England squad a few times, James Tarkowski. I think he definitely has still good moments in him, and he can perform a good season. I think he will, and he'll help Burnley to stay up, and I think he'll go in the team. And moving on to the left back position now, I'm going to go with the Everton and France international, Luca Digne. He made 128 recoveries last season, and he was absolutely brilliant, attackingly and defensively, and I think he'll have an even better season. You know, if you look at the stats last season, you'll think, wow, he's actually really good. He was kind of a great player, but no one could really, you know, see that. So I think this year he'll prove himself on the pitch, and he'll start getting notice from other clubs, and I think everyone will see what a talented left-back he really is, and I think he'll go straight into the PFA Team of the Year. But moving on into the midfield now. Right, the midfield now, and we're going to go straight away with the man who got the most assists last season, most chances created, the best man in the Premier League, the Belgian, Kevin De Bruyne. This isn't even debatable. If you don't put him in your team, you're absolutely nuts. This guy just isn't human. He's an absolute amazing player. He's going to have another amazing season and probably going to guide City to glory, in my opinion. Then the other midfield spot is pretty hard. You know, we have 2 left. I think I'm going to go with the man who's basically carried United into the end and got them into the top 4. You know, he has a new midfield partner, Donny van der Beek, and you'll see if I put him in the third spot. Focusing on the second one, I'm going to go with Bruno Fernandes. I think he was brilliant for Man. You know, people say, oh, he only scores penalties, but he's still a key player, gets assists, and even if he does only score penalties, it still doesn't matter. A goal is a goal, and Fernandes does get United goals. He gets United passes. I think he'll make the PFA Team of the Year. The third one really got me thinking, who should I put in? You know, I thought maybe Kai Havertz at first, then I went, oh, maybe like James Maddison, and then Donny van der Beek. But I think I'm actually going to go with James Maddison. I think I was going to go with Van der Beek, but then I thought it takes time to adapt. I just don't think he'll be able to fit in the United system, because they need kind of someone who can drop deeper, and if Van der Beek's going to be that CDM player, he'll need time to adapt to that. I think Maddison will have a brilliant season and get Leicester to maybe push for Europe. He's a brilliant player, and I can't wait to see him back from injury and back in the Prem. But moving on to the attack now. For right wing now, and I'm going to put someone who actually originally plays as striker, but everyone who puts him in their fantasy plays him on the right. I'm going to go with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He basically carries Arsenal. Last season he was amazing, and the start of the season in the Community Shield, scored an absolute banger, looking better than ever. The man in form, he's got even better players surrounding him, meaning he'll probably do even better. And I think even if you're not an Arsenal fan and you hate Arsenal, it's a treat to watch him to play. We are so cherished to see someone like Aubameyang in the Premier League, one of the best strikers in the Prem and maybe even the world. Deserves to be at a better team, but he's going to stay. But still, he's definitely going to be in the PFA Team of the Year for a second time in a row. We're moving into the man in the middle, the striker position. Right, moving into the striker, and I'm going to go with the new Chelsea arrival, Timo Werner. So that means 2 attackers who both came from the Bundesliga to the Prem. Werner's already proven himself on the Champions League, and I think it'll be amazing for us in the Prem. Probably our best signing. I can't wait to see him in action. Scored in his debut in a friendly against Brighton. He'll be playing them again on Monday. Everyone will be watching him and seeing how he can perform. He'll definitely help us, and I think he'll have an amazing season. People say, maybe it's a first season. I don't think he's going to get 20 goals, but I think he'll make a good impact. Maybe 12 goals. I think it will be enough to make the PFA Team of the Year, because they're not many good strikers. Aguero's aging, Firmino's not been good, Harry Kane's getting injuries, so I think Werner is the best option. We're moving on to our final possession now, and it is the left wing. Into the final position now, the left wing spot, and I'm going for my first and final Tottenham Hotspur player. It is going to be the Korean Heung-min Son. He's so valuable to Tottenham. I think, at least I've been watching this documentary, and if you have to, you can probably see now how valuable Son is for Tottenham. I think he's just an amazing player. He's got everything. He can create, he can score, and I think again he's going to have a marvellous season. If Harry Kane balls off another injury, he will have a lot of pressure on him to step up and be the main man, but he's dealt with that pressure very well in the past 2 seasons. He's used to it by now. And if anything, he likes the pressure because he seems to perform better under it. So that's my team of the year. As you can see, it's probably on the screen now. So let me know who you agree with and who you disagree. A few honourable mentions you could probably argue, maybe Aguero if he stays fully fit. Maybe Leno will be in goal, and maybe even more. So let me know in the comments who I've forgotten. Hit that like button. Let me know your team of the year predicting in the comments. Subscribe, smash that bell, and leave a like. You've been watching On the Ball, and I'm out.